Hi, so these are a few variations that you can do for child's pose. Child's pose is a really awesome posture to relax the body, to relax the mind. So I'm going to share a few options. You'll want a pillow, you'll want a blanket, and if you have yoga blocks, you might want yoga blocks, or you can use the two pillows instead of yoga blocks, but just making sure you have props nearby. And we'll start in tabletop. So to start, bring your toes together, knees wide, and send your bum back. Reach your arms long. So this is kind of your classic child's pose posture. Relaxing forehead down to the mat, allowing hips to become heavy. And you can take a few deep breaths here. And if this bothers your knees, if there's deep knee flexion sensitivity, you might want to bring a blanket behind your knee crease. And sit your bum back and then reach your arms forward. And this just helps create more space in your hips and your knees so that you're not feeling as much compression or discomfort. And your arms might be extended long, or you might have your hands stacked under your forehead. Again, just taking however many breaths you like. I always suggest like a minimum of 5 in this posture. And another option for your arms, you might bring your hands long out in front of you, hands together, bend your elbows coming so your fingers point up. Your hands are kind of in prayer, and inch your elbows forward and draw your elbows back against the mat and relax your head down. And this helps to fire up the upper back and helps to stretch through the shoulders as well. And if you're wanting like a deeper stretch, then if you have your blocks or you have your pillows, you might walk your hands out far on your blocks and reach your chest and your head down, and having hands on blocks just creates more space in the shoulders and the chest. Or you might bring your blocks a little closer to your body and place your elbows on your blocks, inch your elbows forward, and draw your elbows back as you point your hands up to the sky in prayer, and relax your head down. So again, this will just deepen the sensation through your upper back, and you'll feel a stretch through probably your triceps as well. And relax your jaw, relax your face, relax your whole front body and your hips. Again, staying for however many breaths you'd like. And to come out of it, just release the bend in the elbows so your hands point straight ahead, and then slowly walk your hands closer to your body. And we'll come back to tabletop. And if you have a blanket at your knee crease, just move it out to the side. You can move your blocks out to the side as well. So now if you have a pillow or if you have a bolster, we're going to come into a restorative option here. So you just want something that's about this thick. So if you have pillows, you might want to have like 2 pillows and fold them in half. Or if you have like a few blankets, you might want to roll a few blankets so they're thicker. And if you have a bolster, you can have your bolster. You might even put a blanket on the bolster. and bring the bolster closer to your torso and lower your body, your chest, your head down to the prop. And you can have your arms reaching long, or you might have them more relaxed, and you might rest one ear to the bolster and take about 5 breaths. And you might come through center and rest the other ear to the bolster and take about 5 breaths. And another option for child's pose, if this is feeling really too much for the knees still, you can take something more like puppy or heart pose, which is more for shoulders. So if you have knee sensitivity, this might be better. If you have shoulder sensitivity, this might be worse. So you might need to just play around with it and see. For heart pose or puppy pose, you bring your hands further to the top of the mat. Keep your knees under hips and your toes tucked, and start to send your chest towards the mat. Keep your hips higher though. You can even have your knees inched back farther and your hands further forward, keeping your hips higher if your knees are really, really not happy. So you can play with this one. And you can have elbows bent here and forearms, hands on the mat, and rest your forehead down to the mat. And this also really opens up through the upper back and the shoulders. And it helps to create more space in the low back as well. And to get out of this, just lift your chest back up, walk your hands closer to your body and come into tabletop. And after all of that, you might want to take cat and cow to just release the back. So let's just take one together. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look up. Exhale, round the back, gaze down. Come back to neutral. And you can sit on your bum and come up to seated. So that's an option for you, a few different child's pose versions. So hopefully that's helpful. And if you have questions, just let me know. But yeah, those are a few variations for you to help bring more relaxation and calm into your day. And honestly, just taking like 10 to 12 deep breaths in child's pose of any variation can be a really wonderful reset for your body if you're feeling like stress and anxiety quite intensely. It can be a really, really grounding, soothing posture. So yeah, enjoy.